Hello and welcome back to Jade Empire. Last time we made it to Dirge. This time we're actually going to do something here. Man, they're durable. Like, let's just make this go back. It's good to be vulnerable. Yeah, look how much damage they can take. I think they're the first thing to survive a power attack from this thing.
Do not.
I love when they do that. It's nothing but improvements. Oh my god, die already!
The guardian of this fountain is destroyed, and I weep for her. She was once one of our order, but lured by Li's promises of wealth and power, she betrayed us.
You may have noticed that my health, focus, and chi, before the conversation started, even with as bad as that went, that was a net gain. Like, across the board. That's how effective this guy is. Who was she?
This thing is the corrupted spirit of Xian Wu. During the attack, she and several other spirit monks betrayed us by tainting the holy fountains with human blood. Long before the attack, Li sent spies to bribe some of our weaker members. When they tainted the fountains, the power sustaining us against the army vanished.
What happened to Xian Wu?
After the battle, the Emperor executed Xian Wu and the others, and he used the power of the water dragon to bind their spirits to the fountains.
I don't understand. How did he bind their spirits? And how did he know he could do that?
The binding is a sacred ritual of the spirit monks. We can draw on the power of the water dragon to bind a spirit to us. It is one of our tools for shepherding the dead. Even before Dirge was befouled, there were ghosts in the world. Some spirits would become lost in their journey here, or refuse to let go of the mortal world and go mad. If we found one of these restless ghosts, we could bind it to us and bring it to Dirge. Then we would release the spirit, so the water dragon could lead it into the afterlife.
So they were basically like ancient Chinese Ghostbusters. Awesome. So the Emperor did this to Xian Wu?
The binding is a great gift from the water dragon, if used properly. But the power can be abused. The Emperor bound the traitors not to himself, but to a place. A spirit can never escape such a binding. It feels an inexorable pull, but it has nowhere to go. It feels a compulsion to obey, but is never given a command. The spirit twists and corrupts, and in its agony it goes mad. Binding a spirit to a place is a terrible crime for our order. The only thing worse is binding a living creature.
Is that how Sunkin was bound to Lee's armor? Does it have that kind of power?
Binding the living condemns them to a fate worse than death. It forces the subject to obey and robs them of their free will. As a spirit monk, you must never do such a thing.
That wasn't what I asked.
The ability to bind spirits comes from the essence of the water dragon inside you. You may not have the power now, but one day you will be able to call upon it when needed.
Dude, spoilers.
But this is not the time for lessons or instruction. The Guardian is dead, but you must place the seal on the fountain for it to be fully restored.
Luckily, he just so happened to have one in his pocket, I guess. Before we put that down, let's go ahead and read about it. There it is. The small seal is made of ancient stone and carved with intricate designs. Though it appears lifeless, you can sense a powerful energy contained within. Gotta admit, I've never actually thought to read that. Where did all the water come from? Are we affecting things in the physical world? But we're ghosts.
The fountain is restored, and the gates to the inner courtyard.
What? Then we leveled up. All in the body. And that'll be it.
You have nothing to fear here. Though many dangerous beings dwell in Dirge, these monks and soldiers cannot harm you.
Why not? And how do you know that?
The monks and soldiers who fell during the battle are trapped here in Dirge. Caught in a never-ending war, they fight, they fall, only to rise and fall again. Lee cut me down on the steps of the temple. My body fell and my spirit rose. Powerless, I fled toward the outer courtyard while the battle still raged. I wanted to see if you had escaped. Instead, I saw Lee take you, and I found myself trapped out here. The Emperor had sealed the gates behind me.
So you can't get back into the temple? Also, how do the gates keep you from entering? Well, aren't we incorporeal?
My spirit cannot leave, Dirge. None of the spirits here can leave. For 20 years, I have been trapped in the outer courtyard, unable to pass through the gates. I cannot say what fate lies ahead, but after 20 years, your return gives me reason to hope once more.
For explaining so little, he sure does talk a lot. And there's nothing here.
The first fountain has been restored. You have done well.
Great mistress. It is heaven itself to see you again. I have been so lost without your wisdom.
I have left you without my guidance for far too long, Abbot Song. But I could not speak with you. My strength was consumed contacting the last of the Order. You are the last. There is no one else that can do what you are destined to do. I had to conserve and prepare. I did not know the exact day you would cross to this realm.
You're kind of a shitty god, aren't you? Can't explain basic things. Can't do your job even though you can apparently resurrect the dead. Like, can't even talk to someone who's already dead. What exactly do you do? Aside from complain. You knew I would come here. You knew I would die.
The glorious strategist laid his plans carefully. The only thing he could not account for was my intervention in the instant after the Emperor's death, before he took my power.
Why didn't you intervene beforehand?
You were doomed long before I or my abbot entered your company. Had you deviated from Sun Li's plan, he would have ended his experiment at a time I was still helpless. Li is consuming my power, drawing it through the amulet he stole when he betrayed you. You must restore the next fountain before it is too late.
Yeah, but if you'd intervened after he got captured, he wouldn't exactly have had the option of ending his experiment. He would have been kind of on the plot railroad at that point. I think you're just lazy. Why can I still use the amulet if Li took it? No, really, that's a good question. How am I putting things into a thing that's not there? And how does that help me?
What you see is how you perceive abilities that are inherently yours as a spirit monk. Essence gems still serve you because the amulet was a pathway, not a source of power. The amulet trains you to access what is already present, something Sun Li misunderstood. However, as a focus, it still allows him to take my power much faster than his brother did. Let the wisdom of the Abbot guide you if you need aid. Restore the second fountain, and I will speak to you again, if I am able.
I gotta admit, that's actually a pretty cool way of explaining away something in the UI, like why it doesn't change. It's logical.
I sense my former student refuses to rest easy. The time for subtlety is past.
That's some nice art.
You are too valuable to abandon a second time. Come, we must return to Dirge.
What? You didn't think we were getting out of this without a Death's Hand boss fight, did you? Did you really think they built him up that hard for that long, only to just drop a bunch of rocks on his head?
The fountain is here, but the seal is missing. This could only be possible if the Guardian bound to this fountain has been destroyed.
So what destroyed the Guardian?
This is troubling. I feel a foul taint here. Something worse than the corruption of the Emperor. Something older. Something not of this realm. There are unnamed things barred from entering both the mortal world and the spirit realm. But with the water dragon gone, such a being may have crossed into Dirge. Such a creature would be drawn to the corruption of the fountain. It must have destroyed the Guardian and hidden the seal so the fountain could never be restored.
Don't worry, we'll find it.
The creature would not go far. Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
I don't feel anything. Oh. I feel controller vibration.
A message from my master. You restored one fountain, but the Guardian of Seals was weak. The seal for the second fountain is not so easily claimed.
You are ugly as sin. Also, that fire makes it hard to hear you. Who are you?
I am the minion of suffering. It was I who devoured the Guardian bound to this fountain and claimed the seal for my master. Seek me out, traverse the path of the demons, and you can reclaim the seal. If you dare.
Well, this is obviously a trap. Finally! Our protagonist gets to be not stupid.
I agree. The demon would not reveal itself without cause. But there may be a way to yet overcome this demon. I know of a gem here in the monastery, a gem of great power. You can use it to help defeat this monster.
Where can I find this gem?
The gem has been kept here in the monastery for many generations, guarded by powerful spells that keep evil at bay. The spells persisted, even after Dirge fell. The demon seeks to lure us to its lair, but it may also be trying to lure us away from the gem. We must go through the opposite arch if you wish to claim the gem.
Okay.
You are the last spirit monk. The wards will not keep you from the gem. But take care. Its power will be like a beacon drawing all manner of dark spirits near. Battling through such creatures may be just as difficult as facing a demon. In any case, the choice is yours.
As I recall, not only is it harder, but the gem is actually kind of crap. We're going to be going after it anyway, just, for completion's sake. And we will be doing that next time, because we're already over time. And these things go by fast. See you next time.